أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وعجل فرجهم. First of all, Eid al-Ghadir Mubarak, and we're going to do a trade review of the last trading day. So, last on Tuesday, the news was no, sorry, Wednesday. It was the NFT Wednesday, okay, and the news was on 8:15 and 10 a.m. and the trade resulted in loss, 1 hour loss. Let's get into the day. So this is the candle we are going to talk about. We respected this upper part of the monthly, which was a very bad sign to me, but we were not. The session was not here, but here. So I wish the New York session could be here. Yeah. Anyways, it was a bad sign. I wanted this low quarter. So by seeing this upper quarter respecting to the downside, my focus went to this low quarter. If we are going to respect this low quarter, I'm bearish. And if we are going to respect this upper quarter to the upside, then I am bullish. Okay. So on the bearish, now second thing is liquidity. On the bearish side, there was no higher time frame smooth lows, recent lows. Okay. So I have to be very careful and keep this in mind. Now, what happened to my internet? It was working so well just before I started the recording. I was reviewing the trade. I was completing the daily review. Let me check the internet. Okay, I'm back. Where were we? Okay, 4 hour chart. See how we're respecting this low part of the weekly and the monthly upper part to the downside. New York, the London session started here. Want to see how London moved. So we'll see. Okay, it's respected and break to the downside. Okay, but this was a low. It's a huge candle, so I'm not even considering this to as a target. But this, okay, we took this. I think this low. I took this. So the New York session started here. The first thing was what we are going to do with this low quarter and this upper quarter of the weekly. Okay, 1 hour chart. This low break in market structure. Okay, there was a break to the downside of 1 hour. Let me check one thing. Okay, so the break to the downside, this recent one, this was a break before it went and took this higher, respected this low curve, went to the downside. We are in the break, we are in the break. In the 10 a.m. Went higher, then respected this upper curve to the downside, and then expanded to the downside, took this low and downside. What happened? So let's get into the day. There were two opportunities for me to trade. First, I took this trade. Okay, this blue gaps. This is the first presented 5-minute gap. It's a tiny one, and this is the second presented. I highlighted this as well. This is the second presented 5-minute gap. Okay, we were consolidating. I don't like this price action. You can see that there's a difference between this and this. It's a smooth price taking the high. It did take the recent high as well. You can see, but it's not that clean comparing to this and how the break in market structure should be. But I took it on seeing by higher time frame and the respecting of the low quarter. So on 1 minute chart, first presented fee value were formed. We were consolidating. 10 a.m. news was released here. Then we went higher, took this high, went lower. This first presented fee value was respected to the downside and went higher. And then we break the 5-minute structure. Let me see if I'm right. We did break this recent one, but a whole structure was not. We didn't break. This was one. Yeah, but there was a break market structure. Okay, the break market structure and the second presented 5-minute gap plus the 1 minute total block. So went higher, took this, went lower, and didn't take any high, and respected this upper quarter to the downside. This is one more thing. Then this is the daily week. We respected to the downside, break to downside to the collision block. I entered here, and the second I entered, it expanded to the upside. It hit the stop loss, and after that, the second opportunity for me was here. Okay, we went higher, respecting the upper quarter of the daily to the downside, plus take this all smooth highs. So it was a very powerful. It was more high probable and powerful than this one. Okay, you can see the difference. This dirty price action and went higher to this dirty price action, make a very clear high, and then went down. Expected it low part of the weekly opening gap. There was this opportunity here. Okay, it was a clear opportunity. For me, the model was here. The stop loss would have been on the high of this or this high. Okay, and the target would have been this recent lows, but then I would have at least targeted the 3 RR. Why? Because the recent liquidity was going to be taken. Okay, this was on higher time frame. They were potential that we are going to go lower. Okay, for me, I was seeing potential. But and yeah, so that's why I was going. If I would have entered here, I would have uh, set the TP to at least 3 RR. Okay, so but I didn't uh, enter here, and the reason behind it, I wanted price to use make a structure to clearly make a structure breaking this loop. But okay, but after it went to a downside. Okay, there was a 5 minute clear break to the downside, and plus we were making 15-minute first percentage value. Okay. Plus this was the second percentage value. We respected it. I entered on this 1 minute breaking propulsion block, and we can say I don't know this the break of market structure. I entered here. Okay, we went lower, went higher, went higher. Okay, took this liquidity clear, and after it went higher, respected the upper quarter of the weekly, which was a good sign for me. Touched the lower body of the first 75-minute gap, break to a downside. So by saying that, you would be thinking that it would have resulted in TP, or at least with some profit, or more at least that it would have been resulted in break even maximum. Okay, but it resulted in loss. Why? And I didn't take it on the GFT. This was the trade I took on GFT. It resulted in loss. I switched to the next account, took it on the beginning account, and what happened was, when we were here, when we took this low, I placed the stop loss to break. Okay, so we make a clear higher high. Okay, plus we take this. We did take the recent here as well, but there was this 5 minute first percentage favor. So there was a chance that we can go up there and touch this low cut and then go lower. Okay, this was more likely to happen. So there was chance with this can happen. So that's why I didn't place the stop loss at that time. But this was a sign that I should be placing the stop loss. I placed the stop loss to break even. What happened was, in the morning when I set the stop loss to break when I closed the charts. Okay, I opened the charts morning when I saw the price action. It didn't hit the TP, but yeah, I was already sad and was not quite feeling good that if I were in this trade, I was looking at this trade, I would have closed this trade with at least some 1 RR, because we went down and we were respecting a very logical, powerful area, 1-3 upper quarter. Okay, I don't know what happened in that. So, but I was not in the move. I was not looking at the charts at after 1 p.m. Okay, after 1:30 p.m. So my stop loss was on the break even, and if so in my mind I was like it resulted in break even. But when I opened the uh, platform, it showed minus 1 hour, 1 hour. Okay, I was shocked, and what happened was, when I set the stop loss to the break even, it didn't just register. So a very unfortunate thing. After it selected the upper quarter, I was by saying I'm still questioning that it should have at least to this CE, but it didn't went there, and it selected the upper quarter to upside, start going to upside, and yeah, right now we are going to upside. So this was a day. Let me fix my internet. Wait a minute. Unfortunately, uh, I'm out of internet signals. I don't know what reason. It's from the behind the network providing the signals. So I cannot do anything right now to fix this. So what I almost did the trade review. Alhamdulillah, uh, thankfully, yeah, what's the word for that? So that's good that I completed the trade review before the internet was gone, and now it's not even opening any chart. So what I was going to do now, I was going to show the daily review where the question I asked myself, and so the motion state uh, was I didn't make any mistake. So this was a low probable trade, a low probable break market structure, but it was a logical. Okay, it was a grade setup, and the difference between that and the another was only one thing. It took the liquidity. It was the second uh, price action was low resistance price action. Went higher, took the liquidity, and then went to a downside. And yeah, my motion trade was all right. When the SL was hit in the first trade, I was really confused and frustrated, but I smiled at it, and yeah. So I just closed. I stopped looking at the charts at that time, and after 1 hour, I think I looked at the chart. There was some opportunity. I took it, and yeah. And the plan for tomorrow, is right now I'm not feeling that quite well. Okay, not physically or but mentally. I think in trading wise. Okay, so there's a two consistent stop loss losing there. That's totally okay. But I know myself right now. It's that's a time period it comes from everyone. So I'll see if till the it's if at the New York session I'm totally alright. I will look for an opportunity. The news is very weird news timing. It's 11:40 a.m. DOE Belly speaks. Okay, and it's the day before the NFP. So we'll see after the news, or the safest option is that I look for a trade after the news. And the second thing is coming to my mind is I can look for a trade after the 9:30, and the gap between the 9:30 and 11:40 is 2 hour and 10 minutes. So it's a big time. There can be an opportunity in between. And the second, and it's a GBP news, okay. And the safest, and Friday I will be looking for trade for sure. And yeah, I think that's it. The light is also electricity is gone, so I think that's it for the day. Inshallah, in the next video. Allah Hafiz.